Struggling with your sleep? Would you like to get a better night's sleep with some easy tips? I have 10 tips for you that may help improve your sleep quality and time. So the first tip, it's quite an obvious one, I think, but sleeping with your phone outside your room. So if you wake up in the night, you just pick your phone up and start, swiping or whatever. You're just going to keep yourself awake, aren't you? So if your phone is not in your room, you can't reach for it, can you? Even if you are awake. So sleep with your phone outside your room. That's the first one. The second one is for you to have a decent sleep and for your body and brain to want to sleep, you need to lower your resting heart rate, and you ideally want your resting heart rate below 60 beats a minute. And if you eat too close to bedtime, your body is obviously digesting all the food in your stomach and your resting heart rate will be increased. So ideally, you don't want to eat within 4 hours of bedtime. So have an early meal for your last meal of the day. And even more than 4 hours would actually be helpful. It's like, Brian Johnson, he's trying to live the longest than anybody in the world, and his last meal is 1:00 in the morning. Now, I have actually tried to do that. At one point, I was trying to do intermittent fasting, so I was doing a big breakfast and a big lunch, and unfortunately, I just couldn't cram enough food in 2 meals, the volume of food that I need to eat. So, I'm not managing to have my last meal at 11 o'clock, but I did give it a go. But I am finding that actually I can have my latest meal around kind of like 4 o'clock, and that's probably about optimal for me, really. So get your evening meal in early. You've probably noticed if you go out for like a late tea on a night out or whatever, and you have your meal, you finish your meal around 8 or 9 o'clock, and you come back, you feel awful the next day. And I don't know whether you drink or not, but some of it is because you're having a late meal. So the next one is no screens 1 hour before bed. So using your phone and like devices is really, really activating. What you want to be doing in the evening is doing calming, relaxing activities. So reading, or if you don't like reading, listening to like an audiobook or a podcast. Whatever relaxes you, doing some meditation if that's your thing, maybe a bit of like really slow restorative, I always say tative, I don't know why, restorative yoga, and that sort of thing. And thinking about that as well is like hard exercise is really, really activating. So trying to get your exercise in the first half of the day is really good as well. With the no screens 1 hour before bed as well, the blue light on screens is really activating and wakes you up. So get your night lights on early on your phone, which I don't know, mine's set to come on automatically is my night light. So that comes on when the sun goes down and it comes off in the morning at sunrise. So get night lights on your laptop, your screens. You can put on your TV as well, but ideally you don't want to be watching TV right before bed again, because it wakes the mind up. So number 5, so talking about creating that lovely relaxed feeling, doing some deep breathing exercises. So one that I quite like is a count of 4 on the inhale, pause at a count of 6 on the exhale, and it just makes me feel really zen. So if you do that for a couple of minutes, you feel so relaxed, and it brings down your resting heart rate as well, which is what you want. Some people talk about doing a different breath, and that's 4 counts on the inhale, holding for 7, and then exhaling for 8. But I think really you need to build up to that one. But that's supposed to be a really good one as well, because you're only taking a few breaths a minute with that one, if you think about it. If it's like 1 second a breath, so you might be taking 3 breaths a minute or something like that. I've not added this up, so correct me if I am wrong. It's only a rough idea. So number 6, the next one, having the same wake up and bed time every day. So your body's got a body clock, your circadian rhythm, or is it circadian rhythm? I never know. So it likes routine, so it wants to go to sleep at a certain time and it wants to wake up at a certain time. So if you have that pretty static, your body and brain know exactly what they are doing. So trying to create an environment where it's not shifting around all over the place, in essence. So number 7 is to, again, it's that body clock, isn't it? So getting daylight first thing in the morning, and I know we can't necessarily do that in some places in the world and in the UK. So if you can't get daylight into your eyes first thing in the morning because of the time that you are getting up, get a sad lamp. I can't remember what it's called. It's like a Lux lamp. They're not very expensive. They've got a special bulb in it that's like daylight, and it creates the same kind of effect. So you want sunlight in your eyes straight away first thing in the morning. So I bought one of these lamps, and when I get up, I put it on and I get ready and have my breakfast with this lamp on, and I found that it does wake me up really, really quickly. Yeah, so yeah, get a sad lamp, not expensive. You can get ones with timers as well, which they'll time it with when you're waking up, so they'll start to turn on a little before you wake up, and then they'll be the brightest when you're supposed to wake up. So they're supposed to, in essence, wake you up, but I don't do that. I just stick it on when I get up. But I mean, it's something that I might try at some point. Yeah, number 8, so dimming the lights at either sunset or 2 hours before bed, because again, it's that telling your body to wind and brain to wind down and get ready for sleep soon. So not having really bright lights on up until bedtime and then turning the light off. Yeah, dim your lights, and you'll know, won't you? You'll notice that when you dim the lights, you feel more relaxed and a bit more sleepy, don't you? So yeah, dim your lights. These are easy things to do, aren't they? Let's face it. It's just knowing what to do and getting into that routine. Yeah, so number 9. So I don't know about you, but I go through stages where I wake up in the middle of the night, and it's usually after kind of my first sleep cycle where I've had about 5 hours sleep, and it's usually about 3 o'clock in the morning. And what happens around that time is, if your cortisol starts to rise, it's the cortisol what wakes you up in the morning. So if you've had quite a stressful day, or you've been having quite a lot of stress, if your baseline level of cortisol is already a little bit higher, getting that cortisol bump or triggering off about 3 o'clock in the morning can be what can wake you up. The other thing that happens is your body starts to warm up around that time. So yeah, so that rising temperature can cause you to wake up, and you want your bedroom to be cool. So that's another point, actually. That was my number 10. So keeping your bedroom on the cooler side will help these things. If you do wake up at 3 in the morning, do not turn your light on. Do not look at your phone, because your phone shouldn't be in your room. But don't look at your phone, so don't get any light in your eyes, and don't panic. So again, it's coming back to that low resting heart rate. So what we need to do here is trying to reduce, again, our resting heart rate back down, not panic. Don't go to the toilet unless you're absolutely busting, because again, that's going to start waking you up. And definitely don't turn the light on if you can help it when you're in the bathroom, because again, it's that activating. It's we want to reduce these activating stimuli, don't we? So there's a couple of things that you can do. So you can do a couple of those deep breathing exercises, which will lower your resting heart rate and the distraction from the thoughts going on in the brain. So what you can do is when you're doing the deep breathing, is think about the numbers. So counting the numbers and visualizing the numbers with your eyes closed to reduce the distraction. If that does not distract you enough, another thing that you can do is do the deep breathing, but don't necessarily concentrate on the count. Instead, what you can do is count from 300 backwards in threes, and you'll need to concentrate, so you won't be able to think about these silly things that you shouldn't be thinking of in the middle of the night, and you don't have any business about thinking about, oh, what am I going to do the next day? I've got this, that, and to do, thinking about your to-do list. That's no good in the middle of the night, is it? We don't want to be thinking about those things, so we need to create that distraction so the brain can calm down, lower the resting heart rate, and then your body will naturally want to go back to sleep, because your brain and your body do want to sleep. They don't want to keep you up, but you've got to create that environment and that distraction to stop those thoughts, which we all have, don't we, now and again, or some of us quite often. Yeah. So that's 10 things that you can do that hopefully will help you improve your good night's sleep. Let me know if you have any other tips at all. My friend did actually say the other day that she uses a lovely pillow spray. So I don't know I can't remember what it's got in, but she said it's really lovely and the smell just makes her feel so relaxed. So using some kind of essential oils that you love, and then if you find that they are really triggering you off and sending you to sleep, it's that association, isn't it? I was talking about getting that evening routine. So if you do the same thing every evening, you're telling your body and your brain, oh, this is what I do just before I go to sleep. So it's trying to bring all those good things together. Let me know what works for you. Let me know if you've tried any of these things and they help you. I'm wishing you some lovely, peaceful night's sleep, and I will see you all soon. Thank you and goodbye.